Hi, my name is Zat Salman, and my pitch is for a film called Recharge, a noir inspired psychological thriller that follows Ringo, a young man plagued by a phone addiction, as he searches for his charger after the death of his phone. Ringo's addiction has left him sickly and pale because of his newfound aversion to the outside. Despite this, he seems to be acutely unaware of his condition. The film centers around his interrogation of Cleo, his girlfriend and only suspect in the disappearance of his charger. Cleo denies taking it to no avail. He presents evidence that he collected piece by piece, deconstructing her arguments, all the while being in a state of delirium and mental instability. This stems from his addiction and his growing pains with Cleo's constant attempts at intervention. He needs his charger, and he needs it now. With every piece of evidence he presents, a flashback follows his investigative process, painting an increasingly clear picture of the truth, while showing his deteriorating mental state in the absence of his phone. Eventually, Cleo gives in, admitting her guilt while pleading with Ringo for forgiveness, but he doesn't listen. He was deprived of his only source of joy, so why should he forgive her? The confrontation ends with Ringo standing over Cleo in a moment of lucidity. He knows he crossed the line. She's alive, but barely. For the first time in a long while, he's fully present, but does he really want to be? Ringo looks at the reality of the situation at Cleo when he notices a cable dangling out of her pocket. The end. Ringo's phone addiction is nothing but a stand in, meant to serve as a metaphor for anything the viewer may have personal experience with, especially since phones and the internet are rarely the first thing we think of when it comes to addiction. Whether it's substances, objects, or even abstract concepts, addiction and obsession are all consuming. It's because of this that a story like Recharge is an important one to tell, not just now but always. It serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of addiction. The reason I feel suited to tell this story is that I'm able to put myself in the shoes of others. Although Ringo is the villain of this film and what he does is beyond reprehensible, he isn't presented as a standard of evil unreachable by the average person. He is the average person, one corrupted by an unhealthy obsession. One of my biggest interests when it comes to film are the aesthetics, the audiovisual elements that come together to create a certain feel. How can I convey my message visually and sonically? This is what I think will be the biggest production challenge for this film, although I have plenty of hope that with a small talented crew, all will be conquered. Thank you.